afternoon. Chef Carl Calvert here to tell you how to tell the difference between baking soda and baking powder, and also to determine the freshness of the item when baking. Baking soda and baking powder are chemical leaveners, which means they're a chemical item that increases the volume of a baked good. Whereas when you're making breads, they are increased in altitude by yeast, which is a biological agent. The problem with leaveners that are chemicals, they sit around and they're affected by the environment, they're affected by temperature. So we want to make sure that it's the ingredient that you're using that has created a defective product versus the actual person involved. What we have here is baking powder. Baking powder was developed in 1864 by Alfred Bird, and it's a combination of two basic ingredients. We have tartaric acid, which is also known as cream of tartar, and we have baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate. It's activated by two ingredients, basically moisture, which is hot, as well as an acidic value item. That's why it's called double acting. Those two items will actually produce carbon dioxide, which adds volume and height to your baked good. Over here, we have sodium bicarbonate, chemically known as baking soda. This particular item is activated by an acid. We're going to test it using vinegar, but in your baked good, it could be lemon juice, it could be lime juice, it could be orange juice, it even could be the milk, because the acidic value in milk is lactic acid. I have baking powder right here, easily identified because it has a nice powdery consistency. In order to test it, all I do is take hot water, add about a tablespoon to it, and if it's good quality, it should erupt in a nice frothy foam. The reason we do this is this has been sitting around over the summer and you're in a hot, humid environment like South Carolina or the South in general. It's going to be reactive naturally by the high humidity and the hot temperatures of the South. If it does this, if it's good quality. If it doesn't do that, it sits there and kind of light, discard it, and buy a new product. Right here, we have baking soda. Baking soda has a very coarse consistency, somewhat that of sand, and it's very, very textured. What I want to do to determine the quality of this is take an acid and add it to it. Right here I have regular white vinegar. Using about a half a tablespoon, I'm going to add it, and it should erupt, almost like a small volcano. And by doing this, we've determined that it also is fresh. In order to get the best baked good possible, test all ingredients prior to use for success.